In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use Google Gemini in Google Workspace. 5 minutes. By the end, you'll know how to connect Gemini to your Google apps and use it to summarize emails, draft responses, and generate or analyze content across Docs and Drive. Make sure you're signed into your work or school account, and note that if you're on a managed workspace, some features may depend on your administrator's settings. Start by opening your browser and going to gemini.google.com. If you're prompted, sign in with the account you use for Gmail, Drive, and Docs. Confirm you're in the right account, especially if you juggle multiple profiles. Once the Gemini homepage loads, you'll see the chat interface where you can type prompts plus a menu for settings. Open Settings and Help. You'll find it in the Gemini interface, typically near your profile icon. This is where you control connections and permissions. We're heading here so Gemini can securely access your workspace data when you ask it to, like summarizing an email or pulling key points from a document you own. Next, choose Connected Apps. This section shows which tools Gemini can work with and lets you review or revoke access at any time. Think of it as the permissions dashboard. It's transparent, easy to adjust, and you stay in control. Enable apps from Google. Turn on the workspace apps you want Gemini to use, such as Gmail, Drive, and Docs. You can enable them all or pick the ones you need. If a toggle is unavailable, your organization may have restricted it. If so, you'll still be able to use Gemini for general questions without app-specific access. When you enable an app, you're allowing Gemini to surface content you already have permission to view, nothing more, and you can return to this panel to disconnect later. With connection set, go back to the chat panel. Use the @ symbol to target a specific app. Type @Gmail, @Drive, or Docs, then your request. For example, @Gmail, summarize the latest update from the vendor, or @Drive, find the Q4 roadmap and list the action items. Keep prompts specific. Include keywords, date ranges, or file names when you can. Gemini only references content your account can access and often provides helpful links so you can jump straight into the source. Inside Gmail, use summarize this email on long threads to get the key points fast. You can also ask Gemini to draft replies and set the tone, friendly, neutral, or concise, then refine with follow-up prompts like shorten this or add a clear call to action. If you're trying to recall a detail, ask it to find information from previous emails you can access, such as pull the delivery dates from recent messages about the marketing shipment. Always review the draft before sending, double-check recipients and attachments, and follow your organization's confidentiality guidelines. In Docs, click Help Me Write to generate content from scratch or to improve what you've written. Provide context in your prompt, audience, goal, and length. Then iterate by asking for more detail, a different tone, or clearer structure. For Drive, use Gemini to summarize lengthy docs or PDFs you own or can view. Ask for highlights, action items, or a bulleted outline to speed up review. If a file doesn't appear, verify its title, folder, and permissions, and try adding a keyword from within the document to narrow the search. For large files, give it a moment to process, and consider keeping an original copy when making major edits based on AI suggestions. That's it. You went to Gemini, opened Settings and Help, selected Connected Apps, enabled Google Apps, used @mentions in chat, and tapped into Gmail, Docs, and Drive features to summarize, draft, and organize faster. If something seems off, recheck the Connected Apps panel, confirm you're in the correct account, and refine your prompts with clearer context. Practice a few real tasks today, and you'll quickly build a reliable workflow with Gemini across your workspace.